Guys and gals, I have a lot of information for you this morning, and I'm doing it bright and early. This is a status report on the pistol brace rule and everything surrounding it. I got a lot of news. Some great things happened yesterday. Some great things happened last night, which is leading us to some potential great things today and tomorrow. I'm going to tell you all about it. I need you to stay focused, pay attention, because there's a lot of moving parts here, but know you have made a tremendous amount of pressure, and it has been noticed. Before I jump into that, I want to thank the sponsor of the video, and that's Lear Capital. Inflation is killing our wallets at the pump and the grocery store. Interest rate hikes are killing our small businesses and the economy. Banks are failing. The dollar is failing. And it seems to be getting worse day by day. But the good news is that we can protect ourselves and our financial futures by holding tangible assets like gold and silver. So why wait? Do what I did and call my friends at Lear Capital. They helped me purchase my gold and silver and showed me just how easy it actually is to add physical gold or silver to an IRA or a 401k. Give them a call today. It's 1-800-260-5075 or check them out at leargg.com. Links and phone number will be down in the description for you. Once again, that's leargg.com or 1-800-260-5075. All right, so I gotta keep my thoughts on paper here today to stay on track. So we'll start with a recap of yesterday. Yesterday, about, noon, I went live. We got a preliminary injunction from a 3-judge panel in the Firearms Policy Coalition case, Mock v. Garland, in which the federal government was preliminary enjoined from enforcing the pistol brace rule. And I say federal government, yes, it's the ATF, but I'm just doing generalities right now because there's a lot to go over. And in that PI, the preliminary injunction, it was left really vague. It just said it was secured for the plaintiffs, right? And that the next oral argument, everything would be moved forward to that. So yesterday afternoon, Firearms Policy Coalition filed for more information. Now here's the first page of the filing, and I talked with Cody Wisniewski of Firearms Policy Coalition. He's the lead attorney on the case, they want more information. Is it all Firearms Policy Coalition members who are protected by the PI? Is it Maximum Defense customers? Because if it's not, then Maximum Defense isn't protected with this preliminary preliminary injunction. They're still gonna suffer irreparable harm, and that's what preliminary injunctions are. Is to enjoin enforcement of something because it is going to cause irreparable harm if not stopped. And we know that Maximum Defense and all companies who sold items with attached stabilizing braces, because it was totally okay to do it. In fact, the ATF said it was okay for a decade. They've all either gone out of business or laid off an exorbitant amount of people, and business is not as usual. So we should hear something from that judge today, I would expect, to clarify that preliminary injunction so that people who are covered know what they can do, and people who are going to move forward like they're covered will know if they are or not, so that they don't get themselves in a spot where they're going to be felons unknowingly. Okay, so the judge left a bunch of gray area. We're going to get more details on that. That's number one. Number two, yesterday, Gun Owners of America took the mock decision, and GOA and GOF, Gun Owners Foundation, they submitted an amicus brief on the mock case as well. Like, they're all supporting each other and all this stuff. So GOA took that preliminary injunction and went to their court in Texas and said, you know what, Judge, we need a preliminary injunction rapidly because A, time is running out, and B, in the mock case, the judges, 3-judge panel, issued a preliminary injunction. So that means if it was good enough for a PI, which is something that isn't given out easily, an injunction is not given out easily, then those same facts apply here. So it should mean you should give us a preliminary injunction as well. And here's the first page of that filing. And I am fully expecting we hear something on that. Maybe today? Yeah, I would think so. Time is of the essence. These judges know it, and the first the first domino's fallen. So now it's easier for supplemental judges to say, yeah, let's do the right thing here. So if you want to stay in the know, subscribe to the channel down below. I will keep you in the loop. Everything from litigation to legislation and everything in between. And this definitely is one of those. The next thing I want to tell you about, the third thing, is House Joint Resolution 44. Just so everybody's on the same page of what it is, here is a one-pager from the House Judiciary Committee, thanks to my friend, Congressman Jim Jordan. HJ Res 44 would nullify the final rule issued by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Okay, so if you want to pause and look at that, fine. But know that this is Congress's only way to rapidly stop the rule. Now, Jim Jordan even said it on my channel. Will we get it through the Senate? Probably not. Will Biden sign it? No. But there are a few things I need everybody to understand. This is a chess move, this resolution. So it made it through the House Judiciary Committee, and we're hoping it gets through the House. Time is of the essence, but I got more information on that. Stand by. Will it get through the Senate? Probably not, but it only needs 51 votes. So, I don't know, do we get Manchin? Do we get Tester? Do we get Sinema? I don't know. But if we did get Sinema and Manchin, that would be 51. That would get this through. Why is this important? Joe Biden will never sign it. I know that, guys. This is a strategic move for when it gets before the Supreme Court, because it will. If the Supreme Court says a majority of your U.S. House of Representatives, a majority of your U.S. Senate have said this is wrong, it needs to be stopped, well, that's good for us. That's just another cog in the wheel to stop it. So last time, well, the first time we got more information on this from my friend I won't say, I'm not going to give away too much information here. My friend who is on the Hill. I was told, and I related to you, that there was no appetite to take this up, and that they were more focused on things like the debt ceiling, and they didn't want some of their, I'll just say this part, screw it. They don't want some of their Republicans who just won in squishy purple areas to have to face the wrath coming up in the election. They're worried about the entire Republican Party on both sides, both chambers. They're worried about this election and winning more seats. And that's when I got all upset, saying that your career is not more important than our rights. Okay, so we pushed and we pushed and we pushed for people to call. And Gun Owners of America got together a bunch of us and formed the 2A Action Alliance. And the two other letters were sent as well by industry members, manufacturers. It was a big, huge push. And I came on and told you that we had pissed off leadership. And people were like, well, you didn't say why we pissed them off. The fact that we sent that letter pissed them off because they wanted things to go status quo. We don't have an appetite for it. Fall in line with your Second Amendment bullshit is basically what they said. And when we pushed back and we got hundreds of thousands of people fired up, calling, emailing, we pissed them off because now they have to address it or face the wrath on those elections that they were trying so hard to avoid having to work with. And I told you we were making progress. I told you that leadership was pissed. And now I have a document that I can't show you in order to keep the person who sent it to me safe. But I'm going to show you one line from this. And this is it should light that fire, because there's a lot of people say, I'm not calling. Dianne Feinstein is my senator. I'm not calling. Well, we caused so much ruckus. Gun Owners of America, I got to give credit where credit is due. Gun Owners of America and the National Association for Gun Rights have been bulldogging on Capitol Hill, bulldogging representatives, pushing them to get leadership to move this, pushing leadership to move this. And you know what? Today, they're whipping up the vote. They're talking about bringing it to the floor. And it could happen today, tomorrow. And I want to show you this. Leadership recommends a yes vote on the factoring criteria for firearms with attached stabilizing braces. That's HJ Res 44, the same one that leadership said there's no appetite, we don't want to touch it. And enough of us forced their hand, and now they're in process of bringing it to the floor. Guys and gals, my hat, if I had one on, would be off to you all for taking the 10 seconds out of your day to dial 202-224-3121, ask for your representative, and then when you get that staffer on the phone, say, I want my representative to get HJ Res 44 to the floor for a full vote and pass it. The ATF's rule is unconstitutional. You know it, I know it, everybody else knows it. Call today. They're not meeting with these people until they're on the floor voting, so they can actually go to each one and talk and, hey, what do you think about this? And leadership recommends a vote for a yes vote on this. The fact that we've gotten this far and it's on paper, guys and gals, they're pissed off. They didn't want to do this. Congratulations. The new Sons of Liberty and everybody who has been pitching in and pushing and bulldogging has made it to where we are today. I expect more court decisions, probably today. I expect this to come closer to a floor vote. I'll know more when I know more, and I'll bring it to you. And if you want to stay in that loop, subscribe to the channel down below. Guns and Gadgets, the premier source for Second Amendment news, will bring you all the news related to the Second Amendment, from litigation to legislation and everything in between, no matter where it happens. And with that, have a great day. Pass this on. People need to know this. I'll see you. Take care.